Okay, Letitia says she can hear and see now. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Edmund says all good. Charlton confirms as well. Yes, I can hear and see. Okay, awesome, guys. So I'm going to get started, and then again, please accept my apologies for the little bit of hiccups. Guys, welcome to the Pro Crypto course. I just want to say, even before we get started and before I even introduce myself and Caleb Wright, that's on the call with us, guys, we are not financial advisors. We are offering training and skills in this webinar. This webinar is not the actual training. It's basically to present you with information for you to make a decision, okay, whether you want to do it or not. Okay, so to get started, my name is Craig Geswindt. I've been involved in Bitcoin blockchain for the past few years. I'm involved in various disruptive technologies as well. My main qualification and background is electronic engineering. So I have an engineering background. I've worked in electronics for quite some time, developing systems for various car manufacturers, car management systems and security systems. And of course, a majority of my career I've been a developer, developing code in Java, C#, and so on and so forth for quite a few big enterprises around the world. And of course, now I've been involved 100% in Bitcoin and blockchain, and I participated in quite a few ICOs as well, and also a miner. So I mine with two very big companies. And I met Caleb Wright, who was on this call with me in February this year, and we went to joined one of the companies, and in that short period of time, a few months, managed to make R1 million in that company. And Caleb has become a good friend of mine, and he's very knowledgeable in cryptocurrencies, ICOs, everything to do with cryptocurrencies. A very, very good trader, and has developed a very powerful and amazing trading course that is changing people's lives all around the world. And today we want to do a presentation to you about how you can make an active income and earn quite a bit of money trading cryptocurrencies on these two of the most popular platforms, trading platforms out there, with some of the highest volumes in the world. And that's those two trading platforms are Poloniex or Poloniex, whichever way you want to pronounce it, and the other one is of course Bittrex. So without further ado, I'm gonna just quickly kick off the presentation, guys. I'm going to make a few assumptions over here that there are people on this webinar that don't own Bitcoin or have never bought Bitcoin. They're interested in the course, so I'm going to make the assumption that there are different levels of people on this webinar today. So I'm just going to go through a few basic things and then get straight into what you're going to learn, and then I'm going to hand it over to Caleb. Okay, so just quickly, what is Bitcoin? Why get Bitcoin? And of course, how do you get Bitcoin? Okay, so in a nutshell, or just to quickly give you a bit of history, the first Bitcoin was mined in 2009. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, and it's often referred to as digital gold, and it has a definitive value. The value is dictated by supply and demand, much like coastal property and gold. So there's a finite supply of Bitcoin. There's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be produced, and that's where the supply and the demand comes. The more people that come on board and want to buy Bitcoin, and the more difficult it becomes to get all of it, the more the price increases, right? So basically, supply-demand model over there. So currently, 12.5 Bitcoin are released every 10 minutes into the Bitcoin economy. It's what I like to call new money. So it's the brand new Bitcoin coming into the economy that is mined by the miners. And then, of course, when you're trading Bitcoin that's already in the economy, already in circulation. All right, so just a little bit of history about Bitcoin and its growth. So in 2015, the price of Bitcoin was around $450, plus or minus. But by July 2017, it was already grown to already to plus minus $2,562. That's just, I mean, you can see the dates over there from January, from what is that, 2015 to December. So incredible growth. But right now it's over $4,000, and it's definitely a very lucrative industry to be in. The market cap right now of Bitcoin over $71 billion in just 8 years. I compare that to PayPal, that took 18 years to get to $70 billion. And there's just a very interesting picture just to show you how Bitcoin can protect your wealth. It's not subject to inflation like normal fiat currencies that are losing value almost on a daily basis, like the dollar, the rand, the euro. Bitcoin is an appreciating currency. Of course, there are corrections that happen in the market, but if you've been in Bitcoin for a while, you know that it quickly recovers from those corrections that happen in the market. And another interesting picture with what you can do with Bitcoin, or just to kind of emphasize what I just said about the appreciating nature of Bitcoin, that it's very possible that by the year 2020 you'll be able to buy a Lamborghini with one Bitcoin, right? So what we're going to teach you, what we're going to try and show you today, is how you can trade Bitcoin, right? A lot of people do mine, and I'm a miner as well, but it's pretty slow and it's a long-term strategy. But trading is fast, and trading can get you Bitcoin quite quickly and help you accumulate Bitcoin pretty fast, once you have those kind of skills. So how do you spend your Bitcoin? Obviously, when you start earning Bitcoin, some of it you want to invest, some of it you want to hold, and of course some of it you want to spend, right? So there's quite a few companies that offer Visa cards that make it convenient for you to spend your Bitcoin. I've just listed a few here. There's Zappo, there's CryptoPay. So for you guys that are in South Africa, please note that Zappo has stopped shipping cards to outside of Europe. But there's alternatives, and there's more and more alternatives coming out on a regular basis. One of them, of course, is CryptoPay, which do ship their cards outside of Europe. So you can order the CryptoPay card, which is Visa approved, and you can use these cards anywhere in the world to withdraw cash in any currency. And of course, to swipe, you can swipe these cards at any store that accepts Visa, right? Which is most, like 99.999% of stores around the world. And the other alternatives, of course, Wirex. I think Wirex has stopped also shipping to outside of, I think it's Europe or the UK. But you can go into all these guys' websites and you can check out these cards, right? So Wirex, Unichange, and of course the one that everybody is highly anticipating is of course 10x, because you can do payments with Ethereum as well. So how do you get Bitcoin? Of course, you can buy Bitcoin as the first option, and that's a long-term strategy, and you can buy and hold, but you want your money to be working for you, right? And so the way to do that is, the second way is to trade your Bitcoin, which could be high risk, but if you have the skills and you have mentors and you have people teaching you and showing you, then the learning curve is pretty, you kind of shorten that learning curve, and you kind of, pay less school fees, as they say. And then, of course, trading is buying low and selling high, and we show you how to do that not only with Bitcoin but with the other altcoins, which could be very profitable. And of course, lastly is the mining, where you mine the Bitcoin, and it's more of a sustainable strategy, but is slower, and it's a set it and forget it strategy. But let's talk about trading. So what is trading, right? Before I get there, let me just make sure everybody's fine in the room here. There's no questions, there's no issues. So guys, just let me know if there's anybody that still can't hear me, but I think everybody is still fine in the room. Just give me a thumbs up, or just a yep or a yes, and just to let me know that everything is still cool in the room. But in the meantime, I'll continue. So what is trading? Okay, so trading is basically you buy a coin low, obviously, right, and you sell it high. There are more than 700 coins that you can trade every day. And not all the coins should be traded, as they pump and dump, and some of them are just they're just not worth trading at all. but we teach you in this course how to find which coins are profitable to trade. Okay, so I've just listed some of the profitable coins, or the high volume coins listed there below that are quite popular with traders. So so the first thing that you need to do before you can even start trading is you need Bitcoin, right? So again, I've made the assumption that there's some people, maybe there's some people on here that don't have as much experience, and they want to get involved. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to get Bitcoin, right? Because you will be trading these currencies or these cryptocurrencies against Bitcoin, and therefore you need Bitcoin to start trading. So the first step is to buy Bitcoin, and on these exchanges that I've listed below, you exchange your fiat for the Bitcoin exchanges on the Bitcoin exchanges like Luno, Altcoin Trader, Coinbase, CoinMama, local Bitcoins, and others, depending where you are in the world. So if you're in South Africa, then Altcoin and Luno would probably be the safest for you. Local Bitcoins you can use. It's more peer-to-peer, so it's not completely decentralized, but it's peer-to-peer. It's a little bit more risky than dealing with a company like an exchange company like a Luna or Altcoin, because you are dealing with individuals, and you just need a little bit more kind of experience when you wanting to buy on local Bitcoins. My experience on local Bitcoins in South Africa is that sometimes it can be more expensive than Altcoin or Luno, but just a less headache. Okay, Altcoin is preferable to me. Again, that's for South Africa because the KYC requirements are not as strict as Luno. Luno, you can only trade up to 15,000. You can only exchange up to 15,000 rand before they want all the KYC stuff to be sorted out, and that can take like 2 or 3 days sometimes. Okay, and then of course, if you're in the States, there's Coinbase. The UK Coinbase works as well as Europe. I know I helped a few people in Norway with Coinbase, and of course you can use local Bitcoins. Local Bitcoins is probably one of the biggest. They're just everywhere in the world, and that's because they're peer-to-peer. Anyway, so if you need help with that, guys, you can reach out to us, and of course in the course as well. Those are we start from beginner level right up to advanced level. So just wanted to point that out. Okay, so then the other popular way of trading is what we call arbitrage, and that is a little bit different than just trading trading the cryptocurrencies against Bitcoin. This is basically buying Bitcoin from an international exchange and of course selling it in a local exchange. Now in South Africa, you can think about it as an advantage or a disadvantage depending on which side of the fence you're on, because the SA exchanges have premiums as high as 35%, right? Sometimes it's 17%, but the highest I've seen is 35%, and you can easily make $500 per trade. You just need to know how to move that money around, because obviously you're going from fiat to Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin back to fiat, and so there's a bit of there's a bit of tricks that you need to know, and I don't mean tricks in a bad way. I just mean there's certain ways you can do it. Okay, cool. So guys, I'm just going to quickly take you through some logic. It's going to be like really very simple stuff. Again, I just want to emphasize and say this to you. What I'm showing you is the tip of the iceberg. Please do not use this to try and go and trade on your own. This is not the course. This is kind of just showing you that this stuff is not rocket science. Okay, the exchanges give you the tools, they give you everything that you need, and it's absolutely free. I mean, you register on Poloniex, for example, completely free, or Bittrex, for example, and all of these tools are provided to you absolutely free. Okay, so but this is not what I'm going to show you now is don't go out. Obviously you can try and do this, but you're going to lose money, right? We're just giving you guys some pointers on how easy this is when you have, first of all, the right mentorship like Caleb, and putting you in the groups and all of that. And then of course this becomes like driving a car, right? So when you're driving the car for the first time, it just seems impossible. You've got all these, you got to worry about the gear stick. You've got to worry about the, you want to kind of operate all these controls in the car at the same time, right? So when you're first starting out driving a car, it almost seems impossible. But as you do it over and over again, and of course you have someone sitting next to you, guiding you, helping you, and all of that, then it's so much easier, right? And then before you know it, it's almost like it's you don't even think about it, you just do it. So it's so that hopefully that analogy makes sense. Okay, so guys, I'm just, before I get going on this, just I said I'm going to do first these 4 slides, and I'm going to hand over to Caleb. And I just want to check that everybody is fine in the room before I continue, and I see that everybody is. So Letitia says yes, Kevin, yep, Vusi, all good, Jurgen, all fine. Okay, awesome. All right, great. So everybody's cool. And then Jonathan says all good. Thanks for the info. So you're welcome there, Jonathan. Okay, guys. So let's go. I'm just happy that everybody is can see and everybody can hear. So I'm gonna continue. So guys, this is a screenshot taken from Polanix. As you can see, there's all these lovely looking lollipops, what we call candlesticks, and a couple of numbers over there, and all of that. So I just want to talk through this screen just to show you guys how easy this can be once you have the right training when you do this course, and of course you have mentors like Caleb as well, and the pro traders that you will be put into the group with. So we have Caleb has got a special Slack group that is in, and you've got all the guys, all the new guys, all the experienced guys, and it's just a very great learning experience, a very awesome community, and of course there's way more than that you learn as well. You learn about the ICOs, which ICOs to stay away from, what's new out there. So a bunch of really cool guys, enthusiastic guys, and professional guys, and the guys that have been doing it for a while. So the following graphic from Polanix shows a random period of a random cryptocurrency trading against BTC. As I said to you guys earlier on, the only way to trade on these platforms is you need to have Bitcoin, right? And then of course you move the Bitcoin from the exchange like the Luno, and you move it into Polanix, and then you can start trading. So besides the candlesticks, I enabled 2 different line, 2 colors, EMA1 and EMA2. So you'll see here it's EMA1 and EMA2, right? And then the way you do that, you just click on there. When you click on that settings, there's a little settings button. As you enter Polanix, you will see it'll show you just like a checkbox, so you can just enable the EMA1 and the EMA2, right? And all it is the weighted average of price and quantity, and what it means, what EMA means, the exponential moving average, and the number 1 and 2 on the side of the EMA indicate the 2 different periods of calculations of the pricing and movement. And EMA1 is calculated on longer periods, whereas EMA2 on shorter, and it indicates the average movement, moving up or down, of the latest prices calculated in a defined time. Okay, so you set EMA1, and then you'll see, okay, there's again, very easy at the bottom here where you set the hours. You can set EMA1 to 2 hours and 4 hours if you want recurring trades in 1 hour, or you can set it for longer periods if you want fewer trades per hour or per day. Okay, so again, that can be enabled in Polanix. All right, so just to quickly give you guys what you're going to learn. Again, guys, do not go and just because I've shown you this, now all of a sudden you think you can trade. Okay, you need a lot more information than this, and I'm going to cover towards the end of this webinar, what everything entails. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is when do you buy and when do you sell, right? So you can see there's a space between the EMA1 and the EMA2, right? And sometimes they do run and seem as if they're in the same line, okay? And then every price below the bottom of both EMA1 and EMA2, as you can see there, below, is the time to buy. All right. So then you're looking at. So again, what I'm trying to stress here, what I'm trying to show you is that these tools are given to you for free, right? They all you got to do is enable them, and of course, know how to read the tools and know how to use the indicators that are given to you freely by Polanix and Bittrex, right? So when you see the yellow line, it's time to buy. Okay, so there, buy. And when it's blue, it's time to sell. Okay, and you can do that all in a matter of an hour or 2 hours, and you've made yourself a nice, cool profit, right? And as you do this more and more often, you get better and better. And of course, the more Bitcoin you trade with, obviously, the more money you make, right? So, so you can try again. Let me rather just ignore there where it says you can try it. Okay, don't try it until you've got the training, because it's very important that. And Caleb's going to take you through some of the reasons why you shouldn't just go and jump in and do this. Okay, so. So again, there's a pre-buy area and a pre-sell area, which is that part over there. And so you hold yourself from buying or selling in the gray area, and then you will know as you follow this if the trade is going up or it's going down. So you buy in the yellow again and sell in the blue area. Okay, so just a couple of tips. You want to be trading the high volume coins that have got more frequent trades. Again, this is all shown to you in Poloniex on the right hand side. It will show you exactly what the volume is, and of course the coin with the top volume will always be at the top, and then the second will be at the second. So you can trade low volume coins if you're a speculator of Satoshi trades. And so theoretically, the best coin to trade appears. Okay, so you can look at that graph. You can see the volume. You can see the changes. So that's a great graph to trade on. As a start, you select one of the most traded coins. So these are some of the most traded coins on these trading platforms: ETH, ETC, which is Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Monero. These are very popular coins to trade and to start making a profit with them. And of course, as I said, you can start expanding your market, trading with more Bitcoin as your confidence grows, and as you start to get a better understanding of how you're doing, of what you're doing, and how to use the indicators, right? So, lastly, on that point, like in Forex and stocks, there's more volume and more trade opportunities during EU time, because European time is in the middle of East and West, which is the USA and Asia. So their office takes a little part of both the West nights and the East morning. So expect less volume and so fewer trades while Americans sleep and while Asians sleep. So it makes sense, right? So the timing is important when you're trading, because obviously the more people trading, the more buys and sells there are, and of course the more advantage you can take of that. Okay. So let me just, before I get to the last slide and move over to Caleb, let me just check if everything everything is cool here in the chat room. Okay, everybody's still fine. All right. And then, so just before I hand over to Caleb, guys, just a couple of more tips just to show you how these platforms give you indicators. They give you tools. Again, so understand that trading is possible only because the price goes down and then goes up. If it only goes up and only goes down, you can't trade, right? So obviously, so we want the prices to go up and down, guys, because that's how we make money, right? The more the price goes up, price goes down, means you can make profit. So if the prices don't go up and the prices don't go down, it's impossible for anybody to trade, right? So as the price goes down, you know it's going to go back up again, and this repeats over and over and over again, right? It just never stops. It's just up and down all the time. So my final tip that I'm going to give you, and just tell you what you're going to learn in the course, and all of these jam-packed things which Caleb is going to go through, the syllabus and all of that in the next minutes or so when I hand over to him. So again, all of these trading platforms give us these indicators. You just go in there and you can switch off indicators. So you can see now I've not only switched on the EMA1 and EMA2, I've also switched on the Bollinger Bands, right? So what is a Bollinger Band exactly? It's an indicator of the volatility of the coin related to the quantity of trade volumes in a given instant. So you open your Poloniex graphic and enable the Bollinger lines, which you do over here, just a setting, and you click the checkbox, and you'll see something like the picture on the left, okay? And so the larger the Bollinger Band, so again, this is all part of the interpretation. Guys, again, this is very basic. It's just showing you, how you're going to use the tools and the skills to earn profits. Okay. So it shows you the larger the Bollinger Band, the more volatility in the market, and then as the Bollinger Band tightens, there's less volatility. And so how to use it, and of course we're going to show you guys in the course. All right. So how to use all these indicators, how to gain these skills, which again, guys, it's not rocket science, especially if you have people helping you, people guiding you, and people with amazing experience in this and they're making profits on a daily basis, guiding you and helping you. And always remember, that skills make you rich, not theories. Okay, so these skills are invaluable to your, to you achieving your dreams, and maybe you want to leave your job, or being able to earn that extra bit of money on a daily basis. And not only that, you're earning and appreciating currency. All right, so before I hand over to Caleb, I just want to say this on behalf of me and Caleb as well. This is a disclaimer to confirm that we are in no way guaranteeing profits. Trading is risky, that you must always know that. You must always be aware of that, and results will differ entirely depending on your efforts and the effective application of the knowledge and the trading you receive, and of course the movement of the market. Okay, so guys, having said that, I'm gonna hand over to Caleb. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch off my microphone, and then Caleb, if you can just switch on your microphone, and just take over the you can start sharing your screen on your side. Cheers, guys. I'll be back after Caleb.
Hello, everybody. Caleb Wright here. Just want to check and make sure everybody can hear me okay. Is everybody able to hear me all right? Are you able to hear me, Craig? Okay, great. All right. So everybody's able to hear me. All right. So Caleb Wright here. I started trading cryptocurrency and Bitcoin back in 2013. And it's been an incredible experience the past few years. Back when I first started, I even created a mastermind chat group where I collected people that were also interested in trading this market and sharing information on a daily basis and working as a team, and worked with these individuals as we grew in trading over the past few years. And in that time, I developed a portfolio of cryptocurrency that's reached over $1 million this year and is peaking to the multi-million-dollar range as we move forward into the future with the rise of this cryptocurrency market and the rise of the success of Bitcoin around the world. And it's been completely life-changing for me, and it's been incredible to get all the feedback from people who have taken part in my mastermind group and my course, which I eventually developed several months ago. I decided to finally come out with a cryptocurrency mastery trading course that I developed and launched, and now have over 300 members who have taken part in the education and training in the mastermind chat group community and getting positive results. And I've just received such incredible glowing feedback over these past several months from participants, members of my course, Bitcoin Lifestyles Club. And it's been incredible to not only change my life financially, but be able to teach others what I know, to spread the wealth of my knowledge and help other people to change their lives, creating a domino effect of positive impact in the world. And so I'm so excited to be here today with Craig, who I've been working with in the cryptocurrency industry for the past year, maybe a little bit more, and to work together to bring this information and knowledge to as many people as possible and change your lives. And so I'm sure you all want to take a look at exactly what you're going to get in this course. So I'm going to take a moment to just share my screen here. And we're going to go take a look at the syllabus. And I've developed this course for people of all skill levels. So even the person that's the complete newbie to Bitcoin, that has never even owned Bitcoin yet or used it in any way, Bitcoin or any type of cryptocurrency, can come into this platform and have step-by-step tutorial video instruction that gets them started with Bitcoin, gets them set up to purchase, gets basically, I give a little bit of history and background information on Bitcoin with a Bitcoin Lifestyles education section in the first section. Then I teach you how to get Bitcoin. I have links to various exchanges all around the world, depending on where you're from. And I provide Bitcoin wallet tutorials. For example, how to use Coinbase, blockchain, and blockchain.info, a couple of the most popular Bitcoin wallets that are available. Blockchain.info also now works for Ethereum, ETH. And I also show how to use the most popular and reliable cold storage wallet for long-term security and storage of your Bitcoin stash with a Ledger Nano S hardware wallet tutorial. And digging further into a little bit more of the basics, I teach the definition of Satoshi value, which is the measurement of Bitcoin value. This is something that confuses quite a lot of people when they see the numbers, when they go to the exchanges where we trade every day, and they look at how that coins are valued against Bitcoin in these 8-place decimal numbers. I basically break down Satoshi value and how to read these numbers so that you can understand the market and what you're looking at when you're at the exchange. It's a very important aspect to learn about cryptocurrency. Then next, we go over the fundamentals of crypto trading. I have an important introductory video for you to watch before you even get into any of these fundamental videos. Then the most important one of the most important things that I'm going to teach initially are the security fundamentals to protect your accounts. Over the past few years, I have actually known just maybe 2 to 3 people who didn't have their security right on their accounts using 2FA on their emails and on their exchanges and good passwords, and their accounts actually got hacked and they lost their Bitcoin. And so that's one of the number one ways that you need to make sure that you do not lose in this market is by something as simple as not having the proper security. And so I provide you with training on how to secure your account, secure your money so you won't get hacked. I provide training on how to manage your emotions and become a trading ninja. Patience is one of the most key principles in trading, and not letting your emotions dictate you to making decisions that aren't the best for your bottom line. I teach you how to read the Japanese candlesticks and the charts on the exchanges. How to read the price action in the candles is a very key thing to understanding what could be coming next in the price movement. Next, we go over crypto day trading basics and fundamentals. Kind of like some of the information that Craig was providing in the presentation he just went through, and more. Then we go over risk management fundamentals, which is very important in your trading. We go over example money management strategy. This is a very important aspect to your success, is managing your money stacks in your overall trading strategy. There's a concept of how that the market reacts, how the price of Bitcoin movement reacts to altcoins. That's when Bitcoin goes up, altcoins goes down, and I explain the details behind that and what to look for. Then in the final training of the fundamentals of crypto trading section, you're going to learn how to find support and resistance levels. This is key in finding areas to enter into a coin for a trade. Then in the next section, you're going to learn how to use the 2 most popular cryptocurrency exchanges that we are using, which, as Craig mentioned, are Bittrex and Poloniex. And you're going to learn how to do everything that you would need to do on these exchanges to have success. There's a little bit more that you can do on Poloniex than there is that you can do on Bittrex. As you can see, the list is a little bit longer here on Poloniex. On Bittrex and Poloniex, you're going to learn how to register and secure your trading account. You're going to get an overview of the platform and all the features. You're going to get a walkthrough on how to deposit Bitcoin into the account. You're going to learn how to step-by-step buy and sell from the order book and how to place strategic buy and sell orders. On Poloniex, you're going to learn a little bit more. You're going to learn how to use stop limit orders in order to buy and sell. You're going to learn how to do margin trading, which allows you to long or short an altcoin. You're going to learn how to earn Bitcoin passively by swap lending to the traders that are using margin trading. This is a way you can easily earn Bitcoin without having to lift a finger, just by making it available for lending, and you're paid back on a daily basis, a percentage based on how much you lent. And then you're going to learn how to trade Bitcoin against USDT Tether. That's a way that you can trade Bitcoin without using a Bitcoin to fiat exchange, which always has a high fee every time that you either that you sell Bitcoin to fiat. There's usually a high fee for that, and there's usually some type of fee when you purchase Bitcoin for fiat. This is a way that you can pretty much trade the disparity between Bitcoin and fiat without having to undergo the pain of those fees every single time that you trade, is by trading Bitcoin against USD Tether. Then we have the fundamental analysis section, which is a really important section where you're going to learn what creates value in a cryptocurrency, hands down, and you're going to learn how to do market research. So when people bring coins to you that you've never heard of, and they're trying to get you to invest or trade or whatever with these coins, mine them maybe, you can know how to go research these coins. You can know the places online to go look to research these coins and learn more about them and see if you are really attracted to participate with that coin in any way, or if it's what we would call a proverbial crap coin and you want to stay away from it. Because we need to be very careful with our money here in this industry, and that's why market research is so key. So we don't end up putting it into coins that disappear off the exchange. That's definitely a risk that can happen. And just like Craig said, there may be 700 plus. There's actually a couple thousand coins out there, but not nearly all of them are worthy of trading. Only a select portfolio of them are. And we are constantly in the mastermind group sharing our research and sharing what we're discovering in the market in our market research channel of discussion. And so not only do you learn how to do it in this course, but you have a team of people within our mastermind chat group community to work together on researching this market, and you'll have a flow of information coming at you pretty much daily as we're learning new things. And next, you'll learn technical analysis strategies, where you're going to learn how to use the charting platform that professional traders prefer to use in the cryptocurrency industry, and provides to you all of the indicators and signals that you'd want to apply and that you're going to learn how to use in this course, in this technical analysis section. You're going to learn about market cycles in the phases of the market, from the bull market to the bear market, and the patterns that happen on the way up and through bull markets and bear markets. You're going to learn about continuation patterns that are bullish and bearish, that are part of the phases of the market cycle. You're going to learn about reversal patterns, which are when you reach the top of a market and it reverses down, or you reach the bottom of a market and it reaches up. There are specific patterns that you can recognize in the market that will let you know what's going to happen next. And then you're also going to learn how to use the Fibonacci tool and do retracements and extensions in order to see, once a coin has either hit a high, how low it may bounce down to, or once a coin has hit a low, where it may retrace back up to. All right. And then, of course, you're going to learn how to use momentum indicators to your advantage, so you can find the proper times, that the most profitable and definitely conservative times to enter the market for profits, using indicators such as the simple moving average, the exponential moving average, the RSI, and the stochastic RSI. RSI standing for Relative Strength Index, which is an excellent indicator that shows you the strength of the trend at any given point in time. And we look for deviations in the actual price movement and these momentum indicators in order to find momentum changes, which are key points for trading, and knowing when to buy and when to sell. And so that's the key of technical analysis, and much of what you're going to learn in that section, as I just went over. Then in the next section, Bitcoin Lifestyles Market Research Modules, you're going to be provided with market research that I've done on certain coins over these past couple of years, over these past few years here, and they're categorized as such. A, we have the high volume, low value, high future potential coins. These coins provide the highest leverage for growth and have excellent technological innovation that set them apart from most of the other coins in the market, or the kind of coins that I've reviewed in this category. Then next we have the high volume, high value top 10 volume coins, which are technically the lowest risk to trade, even though they're still high in value compared to the coins in this first category, but there's still plenty of room for growth in the overall growth and success of the cryptocurrency financial market by participating in these coins. And high volume is great for trading because it means that there's liquidity. Liquidity means that there's buyers and sellers always at any given point in time when there is an extremely high liquidity coin. And so these top 10 volume coins are basically coins that have proven themselves that they're going to be here for the long term of this market. And so that's another reason why you would like to be trading on these coins, even for short-term profits, because you can feel confident in holding them in case you did make a mistake and you end up being what we call a bag holder, where you end up holding a coin that went down in value from your purchasing point. Then the next kind of category of coin you'll learn about is the low to mid-range volume with low resistance speculative coins. These are a little bit riskier. They're higher risk, but they also provide a high reward. And so money management, like I told you about as one of the previous modules, is very important principle to exercise in your participation amongst these three types of coins that we would trade. Then in the next section, you're going to learn advanced trading strategies, like how to capitalize on dips after the peak, what we call bounce plays, and as well as several other and a growing list of important strategies that you're going to want to implement in your trading. And then in the next section, I provide trading resources. So far, a mobile application that we use for price tracking and mobile notifications. So you can be going about your life. If you're employed, you can be at your job, or if you get to do some things with your family, you can do that. But you can have constantly on your phone your access to the prices of what's happening in the market. And you can set mobile notifications for when certain prices are reached for certain assets that you're trading or looking to get into trading. And so this way you don't always have to be home to be trading. And of course, when key things do happen in the market, as you're notified by the application, you can access other of the exchanges that we use for trading via your mobile phone, is that they work perfectly. These cryptocurrency exchange websites work perfectly on mobile, and you don't even need to download an app to use them. And then, of course, you will join the Bitcoin Lifestyles Club community, the mastermind chat group, which has multiple channels of discussion for the industry. The main channel of activity being the trading talk channel, where on the daily basis, we are sharing our trading ideas, our actual trades, our technical analysis, thoughts, and images, as that we're working with our charts. And we have the cryptocurrency news section where we're sharing articles with each other. We have the ICOs research channel, where any new ICOs that come up that we're analyzing, we share it with the group and we take a look at it and we form an overall opinion. That's another aspect that I teach actually in the fundamental analysis section, is I provide training on how to properly analyze an ICO, and I provide a checklist of aspects that you need to consider very carefully when scrutinizing any type of ICO to make sure that it's a good and fair deal and something that's going to be solid for the long term. And we have channels for discussing the Bitcoin forks as that they come up and as they have passed. And pretty much anything that you can think of, we have channels to discuss. And it's really organized and highly effective way to be in the flow of information about the cryptocurrency financial market, because as you know, going it by yourself in life, it's tough, and especially when there's so much information moving at the speed that it is today on the internet, and this market is moving every day, and it doesn't sleep. The cryptocurrency market moves 24/7. And so with that, there's basically opportunities every day if you have the right information. And so that's the key and the true power of the mastermind chat group, is that you're going to be ahead of the curve on the flow of information compared to every other average trader that's out there. And that's going to give you an edge. So definitely excited to present this information to you. If you're ready to empower yourself with life-changing skills, you should definitely get with Craig and get started with the Bitcoin Lifestyles Club Crypto Trading Mastery course and get into our mastermind chat group community and start changing your life right away. So Craig, I don't know if you have any questions for me about everything that I just went through. I'm going to turn my screen share off now at the moment. For me, or if anybody here has any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer those, but I know you have more to the presentation here. Hello, Craig, are you there?
Caleb, hi. I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Okay, great. I do hear you now. I was just checking. I'll turn my mic off and hear what you have to say.
All right, great. So Caleb, thank you so much for that excellent coverage of the syllabus that you have on offer. I know for a fact, I've been going through the videos and stuff. Caleb is probably the most thorough educator and presenter on these topics. And I can promise you guys right now, there is nothing like it out there. Okay, you are going to get top-notch skills from this course that Caleb has put together. I remember when he first told me about what he was doing, he was super excited about it, and I can tell you right now, it's top-notch, world-class training, world-class information, and presentation that Caleb has put together. And of course, Caleb, I think you mentioned as well that it's lifetime value. So in other words, as you get new content, as the market changes, as there's new information, that's all inclusive. And so it's lifetime value that you're getting from this course. So guys, if there's any questions, I've also seen some of the guys that just started completely new. Caleb has got a lot of testimonies from people that have done the course that are down and out, couldn't find any money to do anything, and right now they're doing some amazing stuff, right, Caleb?
Yes, actually, that just reminded me. I could actually share the screen again to share a few testimonials from members of the community, and yes, the course is just a one-time fee, lifetime access. Any information in trading that I keep adding to the course is always going to be at your access as a member. So it's always going to be added value as we move forward and we keep learning new things in this industry and market.
Right. No, absolutely. So I don't know if the guys have got any questions. I see everybody's very quiet in the chat room. I don't know if what Caleb showed you guys was so mind blowing that that you're speechless. But guys, if you guys have got questions before we continue, so I can just give you guys what the price is and the two options that we have available for you. If there's any questions for Caleb, and what Caleb has presented in the syllabus, please go ahead and type it in the chat room so that so we can just move on, and then we will take the last bit of questions afterwards. Caleb, I'm just going to get through to the pricing, and then we can take some questions afterwards, and then you can share the testimonials afterwards as well, if that's okay.
Sounds great.
All right, awesome stuff. Okay, guys. So again, I just want to just quickly, say again, thanks to Caleb for that thorough coverage of the syllabus. So everybody has residual bills. You've got to pay your rent. You've got to pay your car. You got to pay maintenance. If you got maintenance, you got all kinds of bills that keep coming every month, and sometimes those bills are they're increasing. So you need residual income, right? And this is an amazing skill to learn, guys, to enable you to earn residual income or an extra income. Richard Branson says, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. Guys, you're going to get incredible value from this. We are offering you an amazing opportunity to gain invaluable skills, right? It's money in the bank. It's skills that you're going to learn. As Caleb said, I mean, he's up, was it $1 million? Come on, can you guys just imagine what you can do with $1 million, and that's and then on its way to a multi-million-dollar portfolio. I can tell you, just a few months I spent with Caleb, and what Caleb has shown me, I said to you guys, within 4 months I was up R1 million. Guys, this is a very true statement. The more money you have, the more choices you have. The less money you have, the less choices you have. Okay, so guys, if you're out of choices and you need money, or if you're out of choices and you want more choices, then you need more money, right? That's the fact of life. Okay, money makes the world go round. Money gives us choices. It gives you the choice of whether you live in a upmarket apartment, or if you live in a downgraded apartment in a bad suburb, for example, or you're struggling to get to work every day, or you're struggling to do this, or not even that, just trying to get to your dreams. Okay, you need money to be able to do all these kind of things, right? And this opportunity is for you to make that extra bit of money, even to do investments. Like, some of you guys know me, some of you guys are on this call, on this webinar. You guys are struggling, and I say this with all due respect, you're struggling to find $500 to get a mining contract, guys. You're struggling to find $200 to start a mining contract, and that's an investment. So this opportunity, and the reason why I spoke to Caleb and I said, let's do this webinar, is because I realized that people are struggling to find money, right? You've got a business, you've got a job, but you got bills to pay, and every time you look, you've got more month than money. So you can't even find that $100 or that $200 to start a mining contract that's going to give you passive income, right? So with this course, you can start with a small amount of Bitcoin, start building that Bitcoin up, and then you can start using that Bitcoin to cover some of your expenses, and of course, to trade more. So you have more. The more Bitcoin you have to trade with, the more profits you can make, and of course, you can start putting that money into passive income investments. All right. So guys, at the end of the day, we are the sum total of all our decisions. We need quality information to make quality decisions. I believe that today, Caleb and myself have given you guys some quality information, all right? So you can make those quality decisions, because at the end of the day, where you are tomorrow and where you are 2 months from now, or where you are next year this time, is all going to depend on the decisions that you make, all right? So who in here doesn't want a comfortable life? I want a comfortable life. I'm sure everybody wants a comfortable life. And once you have these skills, you will never work a day in your life again. All right. So let's just get to the nitty gritty. Guys, this is option one, right? Option one, this is the course price. $1,500, 20,000 Rand once off. Guys, please note again that this is subject to exchange rates. So what does this include, right? What do you get with this? Live trading, 4 hours, and you're learning from the best. Okay, this is you trading with Caleb. All right, Caleb guiding you. Remember, I gave you guys an analogy about the car, the learning how to drive. Can you imagine trying to learn how to drive and the instructor is not sitting next to you, right? It's a lot easier. You learn a lot faster, and you pay a lot less schooling fees when the instructor is sitting there right next to you. So this is what you're going to get, immense value for the $20,000 or the $1,500. You're going to learn how to do arbitrage, how to buy from international exchanges, and how to sell on local. Lifetime access to the videos as new content is being added to the whole training course. You have lifetime access to that. So you'll be added to the closed group of traders that Caleb was talking about when he was covering the syllabus, and you earn more and learn more from the top traders. I will also share information for you on the crypto bot. This is not part of the video training. This is just extra that you're going to get, and you get access to the Telegram group. I know the guy that's developed this bot. It's incredible. These guys are making insane amounts of money. But the first thing you need to do before you even start looking at bots, before you even start trying to automate this trading, you need to learn how to trade manually. And that's what you're going to learn from this course. So the more successful you become trading manually, trading with a bot and setting up a bot would be like, piece of cake. There's only 10 spots available for this, for option 1. So where the training is going to take place, I have an office in Sandton. It's in Fredman Drive. We're going to do everything in the boardroom. All you need to come with is yourself, and with a laptop, and with a willingness to learn, absorb the training, and you got to have a willingness to make money, right? So maximum is 10 people at a time that we will accept for option 1. So option 2 is 4,000 Rand. It's $297. Again, guys, if you're going to be paying rands or any other currencies, please note that it's subject to the dollar exchange rate. So again, lifetime access to the videos, and then of course you also add it to the trading group as well. Okay, so you learn and all of the stuff that Caleb referred to in his syllabus that he spoke about. So guys, are you ready to get started now? So if you are ready to get started, you can start small, but you can get started, right? You need a little bit of Bitcoin to start trading with. We help you guys for your sake, for your family's sake. Start today. I know that some of you guys are struggling a bit, so this is the time for you to get busy, right? Get active, start earning an active income. Before I start wrapping up and start taking you guys questions, I want to chat about the ultimate strategy. So what the way that we want to do this is also we want to give you guys a strategy, right? Because there's a lot of, again, there's courses out there. First of all, I can tell you right now, there's courses out there. I can show you to them that cost $997, okay? And you're not going to get near as much value that you're going to get from this course, all right? So that's the first thing I want to point out. The second thing I want to point out is that we've got a strategy where you're going to learn these skills, you're going to trade the coins, earn some Bitcoin, use your active income, which is the money that you get from trading, right, to reinvest in passive income. So you can take some of that Bitcoin, the profits that you're going to earn, buy a Bitcoin mining contract. That's passive income number 1. Buy a GPU multi-mining contract. That's passive income number 2. Buy a Litecoin. Sorry, I spelled that wrong. Buy a Litecoin mining contract. That's passive income number 3. Buy Monero, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, Dash mining contracts. Passive incomes 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, guys. And there's a much more that we can show you. Passive daily payouts in Bitcoin and top coins, all appreciating currencies. And then also show you how to buy gold once a week using this passive income. And therefore, you're now earning Bitcoin actively and passively. So actively through the trading, and then passively through the mining. Because remember, there's going to be times that you can't trade, right? Where the markets are just what the guys say in trading is there's just blood on the trading floor, right? There's just red everywhere, and there's just nothing you can trade, right? There's not so long ago there was that period where everybody thought people thought cryptocurrency was dead because it's just redness everywhere, right? There's just all these currencies are just losing immense value, but it all came back up again. But during that time, you can still be earning Bitcoin. You can still be earning all these altcoins passively through these contracts. Now, a lot of the guys, again, I say this with respect, don't even have $100 or $200 to start these contracts. So the purpose of this is to get you guys to be able to find that money and to make that money, turn that money into more money, make that money start working for you, not only actively, but make that money start working for you passively as well, right? And then before you know it, as you discipline yourself, as you're consistent, as you are persistent, you'll be accumulating massive wealth over a period of time. Okay, so today is the day of financial salvation, guys. Today you got to make a decision. At the end of this webinar, there will be emails sent to everybody that's registered, that did register, and there's the Bitcoin address for you to make the payment. So whether you want to do it in Bitcoin, so you can do the $1,500 in the form of Bitcoin to the address, Bitcoin address shown there, or the 297. If you are in Johannesburg, I would encourage you to do the 20,000 Rand. Guys, it's seed. It's seed. You guys know the principle of seed time, harvest time. Seed is just 20,000 Rand. If you are going to plant that seed of 20,000 Rand and invest in yourself, invest in skills in yourself, believe me that 20,000 Rand will turn into 100,000 Rand. And 100,000 Rand will turn into a million, and a million into 10, right? But you got to plant a seed somewhere. Of course, you can, if you want to start with the 297, you can, but there's immense benefit from trading with professional traders. So you basically, they're in the room, you're in the room with them, and they're trading you and they're guiding you and they're showing you exactly how to do that. It's just invaluable. You can't even put a price on that. Okay, and then of course, if you wanted to do a deposit like an EFT or wire, bank details are on there as well. Please again keep in mind the exchange rate as well. Okay, so guys, that's the end of the presentation. Thank you so much for attending. If there's any questions, myself and Caleb are still here for a few minutes, so we're going to take your questions and answer any questions that you have. Please also just take a screenshot if you want of the screen there that's got the bank details and all of that. So let me see now. I've got some questions coming through here. Femi says, please share the recording. Okay, Femi, yes, we will be sharing the recording as soon as it's ready. And so Ryan asks, if we're going to start small, let's say $100 in Bitcoin, approximately how long do you think it would take to make back the money spent on the course? So Ryan, first of all, okay, I'm assuming that you're gonna first pay the $297, and of course then you need the $100 extra to start trading. I can't put any timelines on how long you're going to take to make your money back. Of course, there is a learning curve, as we explained to you guys, where you're going to have to start from the basics, depending on where you are, on that timeline or on that curve of learning. But I don't know if Caleb wants to say anything about that question before I move on to the next question.
Yeah, I'll have a couple things to say. I'll say on an average day, exercising the principles of the course, looking for some trading opportunities in the market. If you look at the market of altcoins that are good to trade, there's definitely opportunities for a few percent to 5% to 10% pretty regularly. Okay, so if you think of percents and how much you may make during a trade, those are usually the smallest percent ranges that you can pull off pretty easily in the market. So you can apply that to whatever your starting amount of money is. And then secondarily as well, you can also refer the course and earn 30% commission. So over time, you might do that over the course of a year, a few times, and there you go. You don't even have to use the profits from trading in order to be reimbursed for the course. So you have multiple roads in order to make the course put you in profit. But ultimately, over the long term, this will be the most valuable money that you've ever spent on education, and the 297 will be probably the least amount of money that you would have ever spent for this, and you'll be very grateful that you did.
Okay, 100% there. Thanks, Caleb. I definitely concur with you there. So just if I can just finish off what Caleb said there and just add something as well. I'm going to get to the other questions in a minute. Guys, you guys, the guys at work, the guys that are adults, you know the story with adult education, right? Not everybody has the discipline to sit down and look through all the videos, right? So the reason why we're also doing and making available the actual live sessions where you can actually come into like a school setting and you can come into a boardroom and trade with us is because it kind of disciplines you, right? To actually sit down and do these videos and work through and actually see how this is actually done. So the stats, I know in South Africa, I don't know how it is in other parts of the world, but in South Africa, you know, adult education has got some very bad stats. You know, the fallout rate is quite extensive because people have so many responsibilities. So I'm trying to make it so that you know, you're almost forced to come and sit and learn these skills so that you are, you know, actually disciplined and forced to discipline yourself in that way. Because remember, we adults now, right? We don't have parents running after us and forcing us to sit down and study, or forcing us to watch a video, or forcing us to do this, right? We've got to have our own self-discipline. So some of these personal development and personal things that we need to sort out in our lives, you know, get sorted out by you actually making a commitment to come and do the live sessions. Okay, so enough said on that. Let me just answer Boosie's question. So what's the minimum amount that one can start trading with post the training? Caleb, do you want to answer that question?
Yeah,
Hi,
no
Caleb.
problem. No problem. Yeah, I mean, literally, you can trade with virtually almost any amount of money. I mean, I wouldn't recommend starting with 10 or 20 bucks, but you literally can, thanks to the concept of Satoshi value. And that's an 8-place decimal number. So even 10 or $20 is worth some Satoshis. And you could do trades that were like $1 to $2 or something like that. You know, literally, you can start with anything thanks to Satoshi value. But I mean, $50 would be, you know, probably the least that I would start with realistically.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, obviously the more you trade with, the more your margins are, right? The more money you make.
That's right.
Um,
Yeah. So the percentages mean a lot more as your stack that you grow, that you trade with grows. Say you've been trading with success, you make a successful trade. Now you have more Bitcoin. If you were to be trading with that same amount of Bitcoin on your next trade, say you gained 5% on the first trade. Now on the next trade, oh, you gained 5% again. Now that 5% profit is actually equal to a higher amount of profit yield than your first trade. And so it's just something that you can grow over time, and the percentages mean more and more as that your stack grows.
right. Oh, great stuff, guys. So again, Busi, I hope that answers your question. You know, so after you've paid for the trading course, whichever option you want, option 1 or 2, you know, $50, $100 to start trading with. Obviously, the more you, as Caleb said, the more you trade with, the more money you make. Of course, money management comes into play there as well. You don't want to be spending your profits as soon as you make them. You want to be using it to make more. Okay, so let's see. Edmund says this is very insightful. How long is the course duration, and is it held in Cape Town? What is the cost of the course? All right, so thanks for that question there, Edmund. So the course is it's live, you know, it's kind of lifetime access, so you can do it at your own pace, but obviously we want you to start making money as soon as possible, and so hence, you know, the option 1, in my view, is going to help people to get up to speed faster, because especially because of the live sessions that we're going to be able to do with Caleb, right? So everybody's going to be in a boardroom. We're going to have the TV on. We're going to have Caleb's Polynex and Bittrex open, and we're going to be trading with him, right? That's powerful, guys. I just want you to understand how powerful that is. It's going to change your life, and you're going to be trading and training with Caleb, and Caleb has got immense experience behind him. Okay, so I just want you guys just need to understand how much value you're getting from option 1. Of course, there is option 2, and that's you working at your own pace through those videos. All right.
Also have, of course, the support of the Mastermind chat group. We do have a channel in the chat group as well that's based on the course for questions about the course. So you do have really good support as well with just the course option. But yeah, definitely the live session option is going to get you right into the thick of the mix, and it's going to inspire you to take your education further on your own faster as well, because you're going to want to know everything. So.
No, absolutely, absolutely agreed there. So the guys that are in London, the guys that are joined us from, India and other places, then obviously, that option is probably the only option unless you want to fly to Johannesburg. And then Edmund, to answer your other question about Cape Town, so the plan is to, because I have my offices, I have the use of the offices in Cape Town as well, and so I do travel to Cape Town as well with the other business, which is the mining and stuff. And I have a small team growing out there in Cape Town. So, as I spoke with Caleb as well, we want to be able to grow this thing. Of course, this is our first webinar, and we've so far, I didn't even do any serious marketing, as I explained to Caleb, and we had a pretty good turnout. So the intention is to do the live sessions starting off in Johannesburg, and then of course start moving it to the metros like Durban and then Cape Town. And of course the vision then also is to do it in London as well, and to have some type of physical presence in London. So I've also got to have a small team growing out in London, and get maybe as we grow and as we get bigger, maybe even get Caleb to come out. Caleb, I haven't told you this yet. I've got big plans for you.
That would be my pleasure. That would definitely be my pleasure to come out and actually physically be there.
Absolutely, it'll be amazing. So yeah, that's part of the what we want to do. So I hope that answers the question there, Edmund, for you. Again, you guys are going to get an email where some of the stuff will be, you can have a look at it and see the cost and the pricing, and of course how to go ahead with the payment. And then Brad Karim says, would you be able to recommend any Bitcoin mining contract sites? Okay, so Brad, I'm not going to do that now because this is on trading, but I have a webinar that covers that if you're interested. As I said, we want to make this, holistic and have a strategy where you're able to earn, an active income, and then use that to build your passive income as well. So I won't be saying anything about the Bitcoin mining on this webinar. So Richard asks, Caleb, will you be doing any live sessions? What? In the US? Oh, okay. So Caleb?
That we do not know of at this point. That's a possibility for the future. It's a possibility. I'm definitely going to be having a live product come out at some point for the members, webinar based, but in terms of live in person, that's something that could develop in the future. So I also like to mention there was the other question that Edmund asked, how long is the course duration? Now, it's just speaking in terms of the website course online, not the live course, but the course online is over 60 videos. So massive, massive value for your money.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I remember when you started out, Caleb, I think there were like 7 videos, and yeah, it's incredible how you've grown the content, man. So very, very well done. So guys, again, it's extremely, extremely high value, incredible value that you're getting. Again, we're going to send you guys at the end of this webinar, you get an automatic email with a summary of everything, so you can make a decision on which option you want to go for. Of course, if you're in Johannesburg, I would strongly advise you to go with option number 1. Okay, guys, so I don't see any more questions coming through. If there's anybody who wants to go ahead and do the payments right now, everything's on your screen at the moment. You can just do the payment and send me the proof of your payment. And I see there's quite a few people still online here. Martin, Busi, Ryan, Aaliyah, Richard, Arjun, Sarah, is it Sarah, Kevin, Charlton, Russell, Brad, Alex. So guys, thanks again for being on the webinar with us, and thanks for your time. If there's no more questions, we're gonna end the webinar. So I just gonna kind of ramble on here for like a few seconds, just in case there's a delay in the questions coming through on the chat room. But I'm not gonna ramble for too long, because if there's no more questions, then we're gonna end the webinar. But if there's anybody that's still ready, that's ready right now to take their life to the next level, to start upgrading their lifestyle, remember, guys, this is not going to happen overnight, right? But you got to make a decision, so that, you know, next month and the month after that, your financial situation is starting to get better. All right. So keep that in mind. So Russell says, thank you for the info, guys. Richard says, thank you. All right, guys. So thanks so much again. Thanks, guys. We'll probably try to take the course on next year. Okay. Okay, Ryan. But okay, guys. So again, I'm not gonna prolong the webinar. If there's any questions, you'll have all the details in the email that's going to come through to you in the next few minutes. Caleb, is there any last words you want to say before we close up?
One last thing, two last things. I want to just thank everybody that came on this webinar and enjoyed the presentation. I look forward to seeing you all, or as many of you as that you can, in the community, in the mastermind, and working on changing your lives. And secondly, when it comes to educational training courses that teach how to do different aspects of making money online, I've invested in a lot over the years since I've been in the making money online industry since 2011, and I've definitely have spent more than triple the cost of this course in the past to learn other various strategies that would make me money online that have not even come close to making me $1 million, as learning how to trade the cryptocurrency market has done. So just to speak once again to the value of this kind of information that you're tapping into, and this historical opportunity that there's only one time. This isn't even a once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to fully take advantage of this market. This is like a once in a human history window of opportunity that a new financial market enters into reality without being incepted by a government. So just take that with and meditate on it. And so thank you so much again, okay, for coming on to this. And I look forward to seeing you in the community. Caleb Wright here, signing off.
Thanks, Caleb. Thanks again for your time. We really appreciate it. And thanks, everybody. We're not gonna prolong the webinar. We'll see you guys on the other side. Thanks again, guys. Have a good evening. Cheers.